Loxley survived the burning sands of faraway lands as he served his role in the unforgiving Crusades. He emerged unscathed from deadly skirmishes just to become an exile and face mightier enemies in his own home country. After his previous hideout in Silwich, which was razed to the ground, the forests of Sherwood granted refuge to him and his retinue, while its new rulers threatened all. King Richard the Lionheart's untimely demise plunged England into chaos and left roving bands and their petty warlords free to fight amongst themselves for territory and influence. The Sheriff of Nottingham, a murderer and usurper, exploiting the pervasive lawlessness, pillages one area after another, increasing his power and leaving the poor residents of Sherwood at the mercy of wild fate.
I always worry when you're away from home for long, Robin.
My good friar, the sheriff will face death well before I do.
Hoity as always. I'm just glad to see you in good health, friend.
Don't worry. We're not in danger this time. We're safe here.
I can't help but worry after that nightmare when the Crown's men discovered our old home.
This time they won't run into us. We're well hidden. I saw to that.
The previous settlement was so splendid, too. But I know you all too well, you crafty fox. Fighting back matters to you, doesn't it?
What matters is everyone made it out alive. After I defeated Black Henry and freed Marion, the sheriff completely lost his composure. I must stop the enemy before he becomes too powerful.
Enemies, plural. The king and the sheriff don't stop at their own henchmen. You constantly hear about even more scoundrels plaguing the surroundings of Nottingham.
King's allies grow in numbers. Some are bought with land assignment, others threatened with death and confiscations. We must weaken the grip of the king and the sheriff if we are to feel safe here.
Definitely, Robin. Why, just recently, little John got his shirt all cut up. We can't have you all take risks like that.
He'll recover. You know him. We each have our crosses to bear. You say so yourself.
Well said. You know, you may be right. This settlement seems secure.
This time no one will find us. Time to let an arrow loose right into the beast's heart.
I believe you, dear Robin. But before you do that, you must regain your strength. Setting up a new village is exhausting work. Eat something. Have a drink. Rest in your home. We'll talk later.
You know, I've been sharpening my arrowheads differently lately.
Oh,
Trying to reinvent the wheel, are we? More like refining the blade. I'm using a whetstone for a cleaner edge.
whetstone? You're stuck in the past, my friend.
Steel sharpeners are the future. What? Steel sharpeners are too aggressive. You risk losing the subtlety of the point.
Have you already managed to get some rest? Good friend. It'll never cease to amaze me how quickly you recover, but so little sleep can't be good for you.
It's good for you, as long as you have water instead of wine, good friar.
So you say, but those who sleep long aren't quick to sin. I'll be keeping my wine.
I knew how you'd react. Take it easy, Tuck. Your cask supply's safe.
I should think so. It's a strategic reserve for a time of crisis.
Certainly. Not another word.
I take it you make yourself so exhausted, you can't keep track of your things. Where's your bow?
This time I didn't lose anything. I broke it during a hunt. We've had so much work with building a new village that I haven't had time to craft a new one yet.
The forest hasn't been kind to us of late. The worst is behind us, however, and you can take to making your bow in peace. Grab a hatchet and fell a few trees. The wood should suffice for both the bow and the arrows. I have a hemp cord here that should do as a bowstring.
That's all the help I need. Thank you, Tuck.
A bow is crucial for survival. See to crafting it, but be right back. Our village needs your help.
Need something?
This bow is a start, and it'll leave you with fewer reasons to fear. Unless you get on Marion's bad side again and suggest a post in the kitchen for her. Even the purest steel and holy water wouldn't help you then.
Time's long past. We've explained things to each other and agreed I wouldn't make this mistake again. Speaking of whom, have you seen her anywhere?
Calm yourself. No one's lured her into a trap this time. She said she absolutely had to go and help with the locals, so she'll be back soon.
That sounds like her. You said you could use my help here?
Yes, there are many things we need, food being most urgent. A better archer couldn't be found in all of Sherwood. Before you set off to take from the rich, perhaps you could use your skills to aid us.
I'll gladly try out the new bow. Stoke the fire. We're having a roast tonight. I'll leave the meat in storage.
Everyone in the village is working so intensely. A small feast should lift their spirits. saints and heavens above, you're back safe and sound, good Robin. Allow me to ask, how goes the matter of our does? Was your hunt successful?
How long have we known each other that you still need to ask? My eyes haven't failed me this time either. I just hope that there's enough for everyone. Please, make sure they have a warm meal today.
By the Blessed Mother, of course it shall be done. Well fed and under your leadership, they will soon take up proper work.
What do you mean by that?
The expansion of our settlement, of course. The merry men are starting to run out of breathing room. You are surrounded with many loyal people. Each of them needs a roof over their head. The more houses there are, the more able bodies we'll have for work.
I think I know what you're hinting at, Tug.
Have I become that predictable? In that case, I won't beat about the bush. We need wood to construct homes for the village's inhabitants. There's more of us here with each passing day. There you are. I saw the new building. A fine job. I've always believed that carpentry is an exceptional craft.
True. Looks cozy.
Well, time for those who live there to earn their keep. Fortunately, none of them expect a free dinner. We have a few tool production specialists here, and if you build a furnace, you will see that for yourself.
Tuck, Are you trying to use some underhanded ploy to send me out into the woods?
God forbid. This time to the quarry. The furnace requires stone. Extract it and watch over the construction. You won't regret it, as we'll need the tools that the furnace provides.
Stop me. I'm hurting all over, Robin.
It's good to see you too, John. What happened?
Oh, something snapped in me back. I can barely bend down.
That must be normal at your age. Marion will make you a balm for it.
At my age? You forgotten about our meeting on the bridge or what?
You don't forget a blow like that. Although, I have been managing better in fights since then.
Couldn't be any other way with a teacher as excellent as me. You fancy a little adventure?
And a friend as excellent as you, John. What adventure do you have in mind?
Nothing epic. A few thugs wandered too close and need to have their faces caved in for it. You ready to teach them a lesson? I'll show you where they are.
I'll gladly warm up my bones, and you be sure to mind yours.
Excellent. Teeth are going to fly. Let's meet at the edge of the village.
I know it's not in your nature, Marion, but have you had some rest since the escape?
I could ask you the same thing, my dear. The Prince of Thieves needs to rest too.
No, you're just mocking me. The Prince of Thieves.
A little, but mostly worrying. So many sleepless nights have passed to settle here.
There's no end in sight. Are you handling our people all right?
I tended to whom I could with what little there was left in the herbal satchel. I can gather new plants myself, but we need more serious equipment to look after the gravely injured.
Tell me how I can help you.
We have most of the construction materials, as well as the plans. Collect some reed for me. It usually grows by rivers and other bodies of water.
And later,
Look over the construction.
Is there anything you need?
Wonderful, Robin. You've learned about your duties as head of this village. I never doubted your hunting abilities, but governing a township is an entirely different skill set.
As you see, I can manage that too.
But let's hope no roofs fall on anyone's head.
I can think of at least one person in Nottingham Castle who could use a roof collapsing on his head.
Robin. Then again, I do feel the same way about the sheriff's well-being. Anyway, listen to me well now. This is a serious matter.
So, you know how to be serious.
I do, and so should you by now. The village that we're setting up here is only the beginning. You'll see for yourself that in time we'll learn to function not as a band of forest outlaws, but as a well-organized community.
That's the plan. I'll make it so that the people will live free again, safe from the sheriff's tyranny.
Of course, I believe in you. And even if I didn't, that would scarcely make a difference with your persistence.
What's this about then?
Why, it's about the people. For now, the ones closest to us. You realize we're surrounded by a vast and marvelous land, and it's inhabited by various houses, groups, and alliances, and they are often not quite fond of each other.
I'm aware of that, Friar.
Try to win the sympathy of at least a few groups. Show the denizens of this land that not all hope is lost. Having their support means you'll travel the road further ahead with greater confidence.
Reasonable. Is there something I should start with?
Every action taken against bandits or the men of King John and the sheriff is an action that counts. To every one of us. When the king's soldier looks to take some poor soul's head, you stop him. And when you see a caravan laden with royal gold, well, I'm sure you see where this is going.
I understand.
There are, however, places where exceptionally concerning things are said to happen.
What do you mean?
The Barnesdale region is a place where you can find both the king's men as well as bandit ruffians. The sons of Adam and the waved children make up the chief threat there. Apart from them, the local people are bound to accept your aid.
They deserve it, and they'll have it. They mean as much to me as the people who live in our forest refuge.
Very noble of you, dear Robin, as always. I know you believe it, but you must make them believe it too. Some of those people are afraid and just want to survive. Others don't really know what to think at all. Convince them with your actions, and the sheriff's reign will fall faster than you expect.
I believe you, Friar. Are there any places I should see?
I have two in mind. Would you prefer to hear about the mysterious thefts or wolves in a silver mine?
Mysterious thefts? Sounds like something right up my alley.
I don't know much about them, but I've heard tell that traders travelling through Barnesdale are relieved of their riches in a rather crafty manner. Searching for any remaining loot or culprits has been futile.
The outlaws? The sheriff?
The sheriff wouldn't have bothered to hide anything. Outlaws would have left clues. Talk to Nicholas. He's a cloth merchant and an old friend. He's probably sitting somewhere in a tavern and mourning his loss.
Hardly a wonder. I'll speak with him. Maybe I'll learn something. Wolves in the mine. Those wine casks were meant for an emergency, not for a single dinner.
Very amusing. Wolves is a moniker given to the House de Grey by the locals. You will find Hildewolf Mine to the southeast. It belongs to King John and should have royal soldiers stationed there.
This already sounds interesting.
But since recently, it's been swarming with de Grey's men. Word is they took by force with little regard for the king's law.
Is there any chance they'll finish each other off?
I'm not sure about that. On the one hand, they are the enemy of our enemy. On the other, they are known for wars and conflicts that they start with nearly everyone they meet.
Anything else?
The de Greys also dabble in exotic alcohol trade and scheming. I won't deny which of these matters interests me more, personally.
I can wager a guess.
But the most important matter now is that the peasants from Hildewolf Mine fell out of the frying pan and into the fire. The boot of their new tyrants weighs heavily on them, and they surely need the help of someone like you. Besides, access to silver may help us arm our people better.
I'll look into it.
Fire at will!
Someone's here! It's Robin! Get him! Ha! Shoot him in the legs.
I sure would fancy a steaming bowl of porridge.
Are you all right? The rite of first night?
Sarding lawless times, and I'm still whole, but my Edwin isn't. Bloody lordlings!
What did you do to that lord?
What was I supposed to do? Stand there and give myself? I bent my leg in the knee and let him have it so hard his eyes came together. But Edwin, poor thing.
It's not your fault. They started it all. They should get what's coming to them.
They got theirs, but they should have got more painfully.
They call me Robin Hood, and I have an offer for you. You're not likely to find peace here. Sooner or later, someone will come after you. My village is filled with people who don't want to be ruled by lords and brutes. You'll be welcome there.
I have some dowry gold. I don't think it's dowry anymore. I can also work, but not here, not staying here.
Keep your gold. You'll have use for it yet. I'll show you the way to our outpost. When you get there, tell them I sent you. Talk to Marion, and you'll never get hurt again.
See you again, Robin.
Until later, Martha.
Hello.
It was a lovely day all those years ago. Story of my life.
Well, bag's empty again. Show you what. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. The dark, little cancer. I could use a good night's sleep, but I'm sure I will, right away. Boy, don't pull their punches. The cards, boy, don't pull their punches. Well, bag's empty again. Show you what. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. Boy, don't pull their punches. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. I could use a good night's sleep. Oh, yeah. I could use a good night's sleep. Cards, I will. Show my fancy. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. Well, bag's empty again. Night's sleep. By the way. looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. It looks bad, but I think it's starting to heal. I could use a bit more food. I will. The guards sure don't pull their fancies.
Finally, you're here. I'm the one with sore bones here, not you.
You're fiendishly fast for such a bruiser. What is this, Cap?
Regular thugs, but they can cause trouble if they find us. Besides, saw them hiding something in the hollow tree.
Now you have my attention, John. No time to waste. Let's get moving.
First things first. Sneak up to the guard there. He's watching the cam and he doesn't look tougher than you, so he shouldn't have a problem.
All right, I'll hide in the grass. This'll be easy. And that's how it's done, old-timer.
I'll admit, not too bad. Though I would have packed a bigger punch for it.
I've no doubt about that, John. Maybe you'll demonstrate that bigger punch on some other brigands.
I can barely move with this here back. You trying to do me in? Take care of him and come back to me. What did those dodgers hide in there?
Looks like loot from a theft. Some gold, some jewelry, everything covered in flour. Find out who this could be, John, and return it to the owner.
I'll have a look around the area as soon as I feel better. By the way, do you ever miss our looting days? Remember how one time you had me put on a frog and...
Well, I myself pretended to be blind to fool the sheriff. Yes, I remember. Good times, John.
By God! He was howling mad like a wolf when he figured out how we duped him. Could still hear him from a league away, and got a bit of gold while at it.
Maybe we'll pull off something like that again. Right now, it's time to look after the village.
You grow ever more reasonable with time, my friend. But you're right. We'll meet back home.
Yes, exactly it, Robin. Applying broadleaf poultices won't help with serious wounds. Now I can get to some real work.
If it hadn't been for you, half of us wouldn't have survived the winter. You can't imagine how grateful I am that you're here.
Getting all sentimental? I'm here with you and I believe in what you're fighting for. We're fighting together. Besides, I can't quite imagine returning to the royal court and those perfumed toadies.
That's true, Marion, though it's still a long road ahead of us.
Shorter with every day, my love. Do what you have to, and I'll make sure the village is functioning properly while you're away.
Keep an eye on Tuck and Little John from time to time. They can be like two cats in a bag.
There's no cure I know of for their strain of camaraderie, but I can keep an eye on them, or a lash over them. There's one more thing, Robin.
Yes?
Take my sash and place it at home. Let it draw you back to it with my thoughts.
Thank you, Marion. I'll travel to this sash, to our home, to you.
I could use a good night's sleep. It's hard.
Damn king and his hellish taxes! Even at a time like this, if I could with my bare hands, I would...
I've seen people go to the scaffold for more restrained words.
Have at it, God's child. Go, fetch the royals right now and let them do their thing. Hanging the helpless is all they're good for.
Forgive me, my lady. I didn't mean for it to sound that way. I'm no threat. On the contrary, can I help?
You'll pay all my taxes after my father's death.
I'm sorry for the loss in your family. But what do you mean by taxes? How could your father have passed more than once?
I'm not amused, stranger. One tax to the ruler for his loss of labor, a second to the robe at the graveyard for burial, and a third called the dead arms pay.
That one? For what?
For this miserable house and scrap of field, to keep them in the family.
That sounds like too many tragedies in one place. How can I help?
Why do you want to help me?
Let's say I have my quarrels with the king and enjoy doing things that impede him.
You talk like a man I could grow to like. My name's Laurie.
Robin Hood. It's a pleasure.
Yes, and now for the specifics. In a nearby warehouse, there is stored silverware that belongs to my family. We sold them one day to make ends meet.
I understand you want me to steal them.
If you can, yes. I see no reason not to pay with the same silver for the same tragedy.
That's a wise approach. I'll be back with your silvers. Greetings. Are you the steward here?
I am. Any chance you've seen some suspicious goods around Barnsdale?
They could be ours because we've been robbed.
No, I haven't. I'll try to check some nearby places.
Farewell, hooded one.
Be well.
Maybe you've seen my Elric?
Sadly, good woman. I don't know who you're talking about.
About my Elric. My son.
I haven't seen your son, no. But maybe I can help you find him?
Will you do it for me?
With great pleasure. Helping you will be an honor.
Oh, such a well-mannered youth. You remind me of my Elric. What do they call you?
Robert of Locksley.
Robert? That was my husband's name.
Was?
Another poor soul. He went and died years ago. Now Elric does what he can to feed us. Can I tell you a secret?
I'll take it with me to my grave.
Elric, left to hunt. I know he's not allowed to, but how else are we to eat?
The forest is meant for all. Say no more. I'll help. Just tell me which way your son went.
As always, he went into the forest north of Wentbridge. But this time, he hasn't returned.
Don't worry about a thing. Your son will return. If you're trying to hide, I've got bad news for you.
What? No! I'm waiting for a convoy!
I had no idea today's youth was so diligent about paying taxes.
You jest at my expense, good sir, and the circumstance is hardly a laughing matter to me.
I'm no sir. The name's Robin Hood. And yes, the situation won't be cause for laughter when the king's men draw and quarter you.
How? How can this be?
Which is the penalty for waylaying royal treasure. And let's be honest, that's what's on your mind.
No! I mean, yes, but no. They were the ones who took the only keepsake of my father. His sword. Nothing else returned from the Crusades.
I am sorry. Many fine men made their final resting place there. I barely made it back myself. I'll help you, for the sake of your father's memory and your own. By the way, what do they call you?
I am Tommy, and I thank you, Robin.
Don't mention it. Let's get to work.
We just have to be careful with one matter. If the caravan reaches Conisbro, it will get too dangerous for an attack.
They won't make it that far. That's a promise.
I'll be waiting in a clearing nearby. Join me there when you're ready.
Last I checked, this mine belonged to King John. You don't look like his soldiers.
Aye, well, it did. Still does. But now the silver comes through us. Now is it the Greys who hold a firm grasp on royal silver?
And since when is King John so pleased to see other hands lay on his treasures?
The bloody hell are you? Oi, Tom, you know this sword? Can't see this much to wear with a hood on. Yeah, you're right. You, hoodhead. Shut your face and show it before I shove my iron in it.
Gentlemen, some manners, please. I've hunted bigger wolves. Skinned some bigger ones still.
Ho ho! We've got a live one. Good. I get tired of beating skinny peers in a pope.
Come on then. Try your luck with me.
the enemy! Yeah! Oh! Ah!
My good lord, what have you done? More of them will come back. They'll cut us down.
No one's coming back here. Calm down. Oh, I can't believe I'm asking this, but why aren't the king's men here?
Oh, who that one? Don't you know nothing? The king gave the mines to the House the Grey.
Since when does the king hand out his estate? As I recall, he's more in the taking business.
I don't know why, my lord. A Mahdi, a miner of 20 years. A slave as of recently.
Call me Robin. Addy, don't the de Greys look after you miners?
They do, Robin. They mind that the bruises heal before they have another go at us.
I see.
And if someone's too weak to work anymore, they hang him on the spot. We're all half dead here.
How many of you are down here?
A few. They keep some in the cages. The others they beat to set an example.
I'll free whomever I manage, and chase the Greys away.
Look out for their leader. His name's Harper Webb. A dreadful man. He's far down in the mine, like a caged wolf. Even his people are too scared to disturb him.
I've known many men who were said to be terrifying. Hardly any of them lived up to their reputation. You're free, friend.
Thank you, my lord. I ain't seen no sun for a week. Thank you.
Safe returns.
Did you hear that? Oh! Ow!
Upper Weeb of House de Grey, fearless slayer of poor peasants, unmatched hunter of defenseless miners.
You step into the wolf's lair and mock him? Somewhat brave, but mostly foolish.
I don't count myself among the most reasonable outlaws in these parts. You'll see for yourself in a
A hooded outlaw? Am I being honored with the presence of Robin Hood?
So, this is what famous people feel like. Interesting. It's enjoyable. I can't say.
Ha! You're about to find out what dead people feel like.
Before the inevitable comes, I want to know, what in the hells are you doing here with your people?
What do you mean? I'm earning my keep and fighting for my family's better tomorrow. The Greys have longed for a place of their own in this world, and we'll tear one out of it for ourselves. None will treat us like cheap cannon fodder in their wars. We shall have the honors which we are due.
Such a heroic struggle. Does it take much training before you can imprison a dying peasant?
Robin, not everyone will just throw their fortune, land, and comfortable life away in the name of sitting in a forest den. Sometimes you need to take wise steps to stave off defeat.
You took them, and yet the defeat is still coming. I only hope you'll last long enough to realize it was all a mistake.
Yeah, your moralizing bores me. Cease the debate and draw your weapon.
Well, now, that's an idea of chivalry I'd expect from a thick head. This won't take long after all.
Get him! Oh!
Starved?
Please help! Help us, please!
That must be all of them. Are you all right?
Oh, no, nothing. I'm all right. Thank you, stranger.
Not exactly a stranger. You must be Elric.
How do you know?
What do you think?
My mother.
Exactly. I promise you'd make it home safe and sound. Will you?
Yes, thank you for helping. Come to us when you have time. I'll try to repay you for your efforts.
I'll find you when I'm in the area.
Oh, there you are. Elric, this is Master Robert Hood. Say hello.
Oh, no, Mother. You don't have to.
I don't have to what? I don't have to what? Huh?
Nothing, Mother. Good morrow, Master Robert.
Robin, please. Robin is fine.
Thank you for your help, Robin. Accept this as thanks. It's not much, but it may come in useful.
Thank you, Alba. Good fortunes, Elric.
good business to you.
Nicholas, the cloth merchant.
I'm Nicholas, but if this carries on, I'll be left with trading my own breeches.
I've heard you and other merchants have thief problems.
From royal taxes to highwaymen, it's thieves left and right. You looking for some friends, or do you have some other business with this question?
I'm not a trader. I don't look for profit in every other conversation.
Everyone looks for their own gain their own way. So, stranger, who are you?
They call me Robin Hood, and I don't like it when ordinary people are harmed.
Well, that's new. May I ask why all the generosity?
Robbing the royal treasury? That is one thing, but robbing the people of Sherwood is another.
I'm inclined to agree.
I too was once robbed of something dear to me. I'm on a road to vengeance. And helping other wrong souls is a part of that road, I suppose.
Let's say I believe you, but there's one more matter. How you know about the thefts? You don't look like someone who spends their days gossiping.
I don't. But my people have eyes and ears, and they travel this land. I know things and I try to help. In return, I only want the denizens of this realm to know that Robin Hood and his merry men are taking their side.
I will nobly repeat myself. In the end, I've got nothing to lose. So if you want to help, then listen.
That's why I'm here.
For some time now, merchants of all sorts are being attacked and robbed. Sounds like nothing new, except for one detail.
Robbery innovations.
Very funny. It's about the scale of the whole matter. Bandits steal all sorts of things. They hardly ever robbed entire caravans. That's where it's getting strange. Because when you steal whole bolts of cloth or a wagon of wine, there has to be a trace.
I know one monk who would perform the miracle of vanishing such an amount of wine overnight.
What a saint that must be. Anyway, an outlaw, thief, or what have you, isn't just going to sell stolen goods at the market in broad daylight. Doesn't work that way.
He'd dangle on the end of a rope soon.
Exactly. The stolen goods must be going somewhere. For God's sake, it's not magic tricks.
Probably not. Are you saying we're looking for a thieves' stash?
That's where more problems arise. Different caravans have been robbed by different groups of bandits.
So I'm not looking for one place.
No idea. None of the robbed merchants know anything. It's not just the goods disappearing, it's also the cars. Everything! No thief was found using or trying to fence any of the stolen things.
Who else got robbed?
Nick, the wine trader. The whole caravan traveling to Nottingham is gone. Luella, who sold silverware and perfumes. 2 cars of goods vanished into thin air. And finally, Filberta Goodwine. An antiques dealer from the north had her ancient tomes and other items entirely looted. She was taking them to one of the monasteries.
So the clergy went up in arms about it too. I see. A strange selection of items.
Robin, we are well past feeling irritated. The thieves take what they can get their hands on. Everything disappears, yet there's no sign of these goods finding their way to other markets.
Do you have any idea where to begin the search?
Yes, I do. My caravan was attacked on a crossroad not far from this tavern. Take a look around there. My card is said to have left it towards Cornisborough, but no one saw it after that.
I'll take a look at that.
Robin, if you ever catch wind, then follow it to the proof of these thefts. It's important that there's no lynching. I want the thieves brought to justice, so that everyone knows they will be punished. So that everyone knows the King's men had to be relieved of their duty by Robin Hood. And I'll see to that. You have my word.
I like that solution. I'll find the proof and bring it back to you. You'll get to resolve this in accordance with the law. I'm Robin. And what's your name?
I'm Bode. I'm waiting for my father.
He told you to wait here.
No, father got caught by the men with swords, and they said he'll rot in a dungeon.
He'll rot.
He'll rot in a dungeon.
Bode, you're very brave to be waiting for your father here by yourself. Don't worry. Those people won't hurt him, and he'll be back with you soon. Just show me where they took him.
There! I heard them laughing, beating him.
Keep your chin up, and don't go anywhere. He'll come back too soon. Nicholas's cart was coming in from Coinsborough. It couldn't have gone any other way than to New Milladam. Curious. Beggar symbols. Almost like thief marks. So I should be able to read them. Maybe I'll find some sort of lead here. least a few beggars must have made a longer stop here. Time to ask them if they've noticed anything interesting.
It's Robin! Get him! Yeah!
Fire!
God save the king. My rule.
I see you've gazed into the bottom of many a bottle.
More than one. But how am I supposed to stop drinking with the sheriff ever present with his lash at my backside? My life comes close shut in a keg.
Good work. But how come this man-at-arms is now a man at broken arm?
Broken arse, more like. I spoke the truth. Tripped when they were dragging me out of the drinking house for talking about the sheriff. The dolt tripped on the threshold and snapped his mitt.
That sounds like a true story.
Because it is, good master. The truth is the sheriff's pecker will wilt for treating the people this way. Mark my words. What do they call you?
Robin of Locksley.
Exactly, remember that? Robin of Locksley. And I'll remember that you helped me. And take this too.
I thought the king was sent by God. What do they need all of our food and livestock for anyway? These aren't just times. I haven't a thing left in my life. Ow, me back. Feels like it's going to break at any moment.
I don't have time for you, stranger.
What is it? I'm busy.
What an unusual reaction for someone in your line of work.
Just because I'm a beggar doesn't mean I have time to have my ear talked off by whoever pleases to.
I thought it looked like that, a little.
Such a hurtful stereotype.
Forgive me.
You're hereby forgiven, so what do you want? You often pick on beggars in the streets.
Well, not exactly. It's my first time.
You're doing well. Not too well, but I won't bother.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Now I'm not really following.
See how it is when you're interrupted?
All right. I understood the first time. Will you let me say what I wanted to?
I'm as silent as the non-player character of your story.
Have you been getting more carts coming into this village? Is there anyone beside the villagers who visits these parts more often, or deals in goods they're not supposed to?
Do you mean thieves and fences? Call things what they are. You seem more of a scholar when you don't speak.
And you seem like less of a cunt when you don't. But yes, I mean thieves and fences.
Listen, stranger, you spill some wealth and I'll tell you everything.
I knew it was going to end like that.
A regular oracle, lovely. One way or the other, 10 pieces or you don't find out a thing. And you won't get anywhere asking those peons from the village. I got eyes in the back on me head and only I can help you.
I don't believe a word, but I don't think I've any other choice.
Exactly.
Please, take this.
My kind of a conversation. Listen up then, hooded sir. Harry Ford's been producing carts and the sort. What do you call them? Vehicules. Weird name, but he makes them, so he gets to call them.
All right. What now?
On top of how he makes them for any interested trader, he also has an understanding with the king and sheriff, with each buying carts from him to their own ends. Harry also got himself cozy in an enormous manse that brings him great profits. He did...
Everything all right?
Yes, but you see, I once worked for him myself, until I assembled a carriage poorly. As luck had it, it made its way to a royal collector that got ambushed on the road. While he was attempting to escape his attackers, the collector's carriage lost a wheel, and as a result, all the gold it was carrying not long after.
Sounds unpleasant.
That's how it was. Everything has its consequences.
Yes, apparently.
The royals got on Harry's case, and well, he got on the workers' case. Specifically mine. His punishment is the reason I don't stand up to talk to you, but I've said enough about that. I'll tell you more about how Harry's no saint, though. Hardly as good as the villagers choose to believe.
So I've begun to figure out. But what's the connection here with the hijacked carts?
Well, exactly so that the stolen carts end up here with the pilfered goods. Harry's the one liquidating the stuff, and thanks to the fact that the carts are his, he can get away with the whole scheme. Having the right connections also help him feel untouchable.
Clever. And now that I think about it, simple too.
Simple as... stealing's easy when you've got dealings with a king and sheriff.
You mean to tell me they're involved in it?
I'm convinced, and I'm a little tired of it all. I've been sitting and begging for food here for years. I've got nothing to lose. Might as well talk about what I hear and see.
I understand you, but don't lose faith. Justice will eventually reach Henry. I think I can promise you that.
We'll see. Like he said, I'm not hoping for anything anymore. As for the rest of the tale, you'll have to go to Harry's house for anything extra. I worked there, so I know that sometimes the servants leave an open window on the second floor. You can get in there when the carts and tools aren't blocking it, which would be now.
I'll check on that. Thank you. I won't disturb you anymore.
They can't even handle one simple transport. Where is that ship? It better not be late. I think what do they need all of our food and livestock for anyway? Sends us shown.
to have a look around, calmly and quietly. I have 5 pieces of evidence to collect. Maybe some trinket will make its way into my pocket along the way. There are ordinary peasants working here. They're innocent. No call for spilling blood.
It's Robin! Get him!
Interesting.
Yeah!
Excellent. I've got you. Interesting. That could be useful. Stands out from the rest.
Won't mind if one of them kills the sheriff.
Take any more from them. Their family will stop.
What was that? What was that? It...
Yeah. Fire at will! Pin him down!
Why did they seize you?
I was gathering kindling in the woods. It's not allowed, but my boy was cold and we need something to cook on.
That's understandable.
Besides, a forest should be for everyone. Why is it only the king and his lackeys get to crawl all over it?
You know what? I don't think they can. The forest is for everyone. My people and I live by that rule.
You speak wisely. What do they call you, hooded one?
Robin, and you are...
Rusted, but right now I need to get back to me, lad.
Is his name Bode?
Yes. Is he all right?
No, safe and sound. If a little scared, but still brave. He's waiting not far from here. In fact, he sent me here telling me you were captured by the king's men.
Oh, good lad. All that's left for me in this world. Find us Robin, and we'll talk about the reward.
We'll meet again.
I'm counting on it.
Good to see the family back together.
It would have been impossible without you, Robin. Bode? What do we say when someone helps us?
Thank you.
Make nothing of it. No one should be kept in a cage. Definitely not for using the forest. Are you all right?
Yes. Let's go home now. Visit us whenever you feel like it. There will always be a bed there for you. We live not far from here.
Robin's actions bring hope to the poor and needy. However, they do not escape the attention of the Sheriff of Nottingham. It is known that one could hardly find a more formidable foe in the entire kingdom.
Thank you. I'll probably visit you.
How's your day, sir?